get back into the groove of posting because I've just been so busy, so it's been hard, but I am gonna definitely start getting back into it. 2 or 3 videos a week for sure from now on. But I just want to record this video to, one, be a little update video, and then 2, explain some lessons that I've recently learned. So there's this whole idea about like fundamental thinking versus like, okay, well, there's 2 ways to start a business, right? You could be like a copycat and copy what people do and scrounge up enough stuff to copy to maybe make it work for yourself, which is known as like it's like the script hunters, or like there's not really a name for it. Or you could start a business based off of like fundamentals about like how people naturally are in the world, psychology. Fundamentals mean, like, I have a video on fundamentals, but like meaning like actual concepts in science and systems thinking, like just all these things, right? And listening to this, you're probably like, okay, fundamental is probably the best, right? And that's what you'd assume, but man, it really depends, because I can tell you right now, I spent 11 months just creating a business solely off of fundamentals, and I honestly, okay, don't get me wrong, I learned a fuck ton. Like, I learned probably way more than I would have if I was just copycatting like scripts and stuff, but honestly, I made almost nothing in those 11 months. And so what I'm trying to say is you cannot be binary with this and do one or the other. You have to do both, because Jesus, these bumps. But because, like, sure, I can be patient because I'm learning skills and they're going to pay off eventually in the future, and you learn better skills with fundamental thinking. But in reality, I mean, I want to fucking grow a business. You know what I mean? So you have to do a bit of both. And sure, that doesn't mean that you stop doing one or the other when you do one. You just have to be flexible, because you can't be all on one side, on either side of the spectrum. Like, you can't sit there and just copy systems and copy scripts and do that. You're not going to be successful. Like, there's no possible chance. But the same goes for the other side, is that even with just fundamental thinking, sure, you will be successful, but not for fucking years. You know, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to wait years. You know, I want to see the fruits of my labor, especially if I'm working really hard. So, also, I love that you guys are actually emailing me and asking questions and stuff. That's really cool. So keep doing that if you have any more questions, because I answered a few of them about like outreach and other general stuff. And definitely keep emailing me questions, because I love talking to you guys. It helps me make these videos, because then I know that people are actually getting something out of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, honestly, whatever you do, just have balance, and don't be so close-minded where you can only do one thing and just stick, like, you know what I mean? And just you need to think in every perspective possible and determine what's best for you. You can't just do what works for one person and think it's going to work for you, because it won't. You know what I mean? I have a friend building a business off of straight fundamental thinking and going basically solely off of what one person said, and building a business like how he said he did in a course or whatever. And honestly, barely made any money in the last 8-9 months. So it's like, dude, you need to try some new ways, because sure, in theory, everything that the guy's saying is right because it's fundamentals, but it doesn't fucking matter. Bottom line, you're not making shit. You know enough to be making money, but you're not, because you're doing just the wrong stuff. You know, because with fundamental thinking, to get the right stuff, it takes years of iteration and practicing and learning. And honestly, like, I don't have fucking years. You know, I want to make a decent amount when I'm young, so I don't really have to worry about getting a job, and I want to travel. Like, I know my mentorship group is going to Greece like mid-September, and I'm 100% going to that, you know, so it's like, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that, like, you can work as hard as you think you're going to work, but in reality, you just got to work in the right way. Like you're sitting there doing, if you're that friend, sorry, I'm not trying to chirp you, but if you're sitting there doing 6 hours a day of deep work and you're not making any money, then maybe you should reevaluate how you're spending your time. Because I can tell you right now, deep work is what you think builds a real business, but when in reality, it's just marketing and sales. So stop wasting time on bullshit, all of you. Like, no more logos, no more business names, no more LLCs, no more fucking websites, no more, okay, make a VSL, but don't make a website. No more, like, all this shit. Stop worrying about your product before you can even get people, like, to try to even start using it, you know what I mean? It's like, so many people wait till the perfect time to start something, when in reality, they know what they really should be doing, and they're just not doing it. I think I have, I was on a call today. I was on a lot of calls today. I don't know why. Like, just a little bit about my day. I had, I woke up with a sales call, and then another one, and then I had a mentorship mastermind call, and then I had a smaller knit group coaching call, and then I had a sales training call with Alex Beck and JJ Hernandez. Shout out to those guys. They're really good at what they do. And then after that, I had a client follow-up call, and then another sales call after all that at fucking 8 p.m. Like, if every day was like this, bro, I would make as much money as I could possibly dream of. And I mean, that's not even the main reason why I do all this stuff, you know. It's also just because I want to travel. Like, sure, I want money, but I really want to just see new things. And I know, because, like, all you have is energy and time. If you spend your energy right and you spend your time right, then you could probably get whatever you want, you know what I mean? This is just how the world works. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty much just saying whatever on this fucking video. But make sure that you spend your energy and time on the right things, because even if you think you're working hard, and you might be, like, you might think you're working hard, and you might feel like you're working hard, and you might actually be working hard, but if you're not working on the right things, you're gonna fail. Honestly, you can never, consistency means, let me try to rephrase this. Consistency doesn't guarantee success, but not being consistent guarantees you're gonna fail. So be consistent with whatever you're doing, but also do the right things. You know what I mean? Don't do the wrong things. Don't sit there for 5 days worrying about your business name, when in reality you can literally just call it your first and last name. Like, my LLC, for example, is literally Owen Agency LLC. Like, I'm telling you, shit does not matter as much as you think it does. I'm just pissed off at people worrying about shit like that, because I was on a call today and some guy was just like, I've been trying to build everything out for the past few days, getting the back end stuff ready for the outreach storm to begin. He's doing his logo, and he's talking about his business name, and he was asking the guys, like the really successful guys in the coaching call, like, what do you guys think I should name the business? And they were all like, are you fucking kidding me? You're on a coaching call asking for coaching questions, and you're asking what the business name should be. It was really funny. I felt really bad. But in reality, people just need to know that in the time where you could be doing that and figuring out a name for your business, you could also be booking 7 fucking sales calls and going on and learning more than you think you knew you could. So, I don't know. Work harder, but really just work on the right things, because I can tell you right now, you think my day was hard. I literally just sat in a computer all day, looked at a screen, smiled, and talked to people. Like, I didn't work hard today. And I didn't think I needed it, because I mean, I took my calls, I learned a shit ton. And in reality, I don't need all this fancy shit to be successful, like all the fancy deep blocks of work in the morning. Like, fucking wake up at 9 maybe, start the outreach till 5-ish, and just take calls while I do that. I don't know, it works. So work on the right things, not the wrong things, and spend your time and energy actually doing something that's helpful.